Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your London analysis on the 5th of December 2019. So, I want to do a little experiment today, particularly for new people who are, going around in circles, trying different patterns, and not really getting anywhere on a sustained basis in terms of trading the market. So, as well as the London analysis, I'm going to show the new people the fastest and easiest way to find the best trading pairs. Now, we're in the BNFX live trading terminal as we speak, and I'm going to show you how you can use that to find the best pairs, find the best trades, ultimately make money, and also how to get this access to this terminal completely free. Okay, so on with the analysis. So essentially, what we're looking to do is to find the perfect trading pairs. We simply have to piece together a bullish currency with a bearish. Okay, so this might seem a bit basic for some people, but you'd be surprised how many people think it's completely normal to and doable to just look at charts and find setups and trade them. I mean, you might get some people say, yeah, we can trade technicals alone, we're doing good from that, but I'm yet to see some verified long-term profitable results just from technical analysis. So that's where fundamental or sentimental analysis comes into play. Now, when you're on the charts, it's not a pattern that's moving the markets. Sure, you might get movement from various areas of support because traders as a collective psychology or as a collective will trade those levels, and that will ultimately move the markets. But essentially, you need to know what's moving the charts underneath, so what's going on behind all of that. Okay, so for example, if you found a nice little pattern, let's say on the dollar CAD, and you saw a nice pattern to go long based on a Gartley or something like that. Now, what would happen if you went on that now and took the trade there? You'd struggle, and the reason would be because market sentiment or the economics or fundamentals, however you want to describe it, are working against that direction. So the Canadian dollar from an economic point of view is stronger today, and the US dollar is weaker from an economic point of view. So an investor approach would be to buy the Canadian dollar because it's bullish, and sell something a bit more bearish. So in this case, you'd have the US dollar. Now, of course, we know that two currencies make a trading pair, and of course, you'll have your direction, so long or short. So let's say you went short on the dollar CAD pair. What you're essentially doing is you're selling the US dollar while buying the Canadian dollar. Now, that's basic trading from an investment point of view, okay? And that's how you piece together your pairs. So you don't have to spend lots of time analysing the markets to kind of come to these conclusions. Now, what we've got at BNFX, we've got the live trading terminal. So as you can see, it's laid out very simply. So you've got a list of the bullish currencies for the day and the bearish. So all you have to do is literally log on at any time and piece together the bullish versus the bearish. So if we work at the CAD first, you'd have the dollar CAD pair. So you'd look to short that. You'd also have the Aussie CAD pair, which you could short. And then we look at the New Zealand. We've got a bullish New Zealand dollar. So you could buy that against the poor dollar, or sell Aussie New Zealand. So selling the poor Aussie and buying the more bullish New Zealand dollar. So very simple, guys. Now, the real power behind this is really the trader psychology. What you get when you trade from this point of view is you have a massive, massive confidence boost, because rather than trading just based on a random chart pattern, you're investing based on economic movement. So if you're one of these traders where, let's say you've gone long on a Gartley or just a simple pullback, anything like that, when that trade moves against you, you have absolutely nothing at your disposal to help you either see the trade through to completion or to know whether to hold or close a trade. And that gets people into a real mess. Whereas if you're in a trade based on economic movement, if the trade goes against you at all, you can simply look at a news feed, make sure nothing's come out to change the sentiment you've traded, and you don't have to sweat it out. Okay, you can just leave it to run its course. In fact, my approach when it comes to trading is that if I've taken a trade, once I know my stops are set, my take profits there, I don't even look at the charts at all. All I'll do is I'll just monitor a news feed in the background and just listen out for any changes that have happened that could affect the pair I'm trading. Another thing I'll do as well, if I'm in a trade, I'll just take a look at a simple economic calendar like Forex Factory, and I'll just have a look and see what's coming out throughout the day that could affect my stance on the markets. So, we use today as an example. So the only thing we've got coming out news-wise today now is trade balance for Canada and OPEC meetings. So OPEC being oil, that could affect the CAD. But other than that, there's nothing coming out that would potentially affect the market sentiment currencies listed there. So the only one that could change potentially would be the CAD. So that's real powerful stuff. So from a logical point of view, if you've put together the ideal trading pair based on market sentiment, and there's no news coming out throughout the session, it makes trading life much easier. It means you can go to the charts, set your orders up, and then from there you can just close the charts and go about your day and not even worry about trading, which is a really nice thing to do. So it's a simple little thing, but this fixes most of the psychological problems that traders do face. And of course, it gives you a completely new outlook. And I'll even go as far as to say, in all the years I've taught this approach, every single person that's followed this has seen a good increase in results. Now, you don't even need the trading terminal to do this. You can go through Bloomberg or Rand Squawk. You can go through another service. As long as you've got access to some kind of news feed that filters out all the noise and just highlights the key moving currency and the reasons behind it. That's all you need to be able to choose the correct pairs. Another simple little rule that I follow and I teach everybody to follow is, firstly, if we go to my account now, you'll see I've got absolutely nothing open. Okay, so you won't see loads of charts open. I don't scan charts. I never ever scan charts. What I do is I find my sentiment or my pairs based on market sentiment. So that comes from my daily analysis. And then I open up those charts and those charts only. Okay, I look for setups. If there's setups, I place my orders. If there's not setups, I close down the charts and then I don't even go back. So that's really important stuff. And that to me is a bigger edge than any other methodology in existence. And I'm pretty confident of that statement. So let's put this into practice. Let's have a look and see if we've got any good setups based on the current market sentiment. And at the end of it, once we've gone through and highlighted any trading levels, I'll show you how to get all of this for free, as well as a trading course as well. So first one then, if we work with the CAD first, so we've got the dollar CAD and the Aussie CAD. So let's load those charts up. So US CAD, then we've got the Aussie CAD. And then the other two. Then we've got the New Zealand US and also Aussie New Zealand. So let's have a look at those as well. Right, so that should be all free. So let's open them up one by one, and we'll have a little look and see what kind of opportunities may or may not be there. Now, another thing I'll point out as well. This is my daily or just my general trading chart. So very simple. I've got some daily pivot lines, but other than that, nice clean charts. You don't need complicated technical analysis to trade well. You just don't need it. Sometimes with Forex, less is more, and you'll see kind of how I go about setting up my trades as well from this. So first of all, what I'm looking for when I open up a chart, I'm kind of looking for, sort of the mid-term overall sort of trending upwards. So, I'll start with a 15-minute chart, and what I look for is just some idea of where the overall key lows to key highs are. So let's have a look. Usually I'll just draw a Fibonacci, highlighting the trading levels, and straight away I'm already seeing a setup here that's just about to trigger now. So I'm going to just buy into that live. We'll go through that a little bit more in a moment, but I just wanted to get in there as I saw it happening. What I tend to look for, so in a setup, I'm looking for good levels of support, resistance, confluence with key retracement levels. That's what I look for when I trade. So that's something for you guys to be aware of. So let's just stick a bit of a... Okay, so little live trade there. Leverage-wise, while we're talking about leverage, I try and use no more than 2-to-1 leverage on a given trade. So that's just a simple rule when day trading. Leverage is the enemy. Another thing that kills traders, probably more so than psychology. So just be aware of that. So, 1-1 or 2-to-1 leverage is more than, or as much as you want to really be using on a day trade. Right, so New Zealand dollar or New Zealand US dollar. I've looked at that, seen a setup. Just so happens it's sort of a level that is happening as we speak. So that was just lucky landing on that. Let's have a look at the rest now. So Aussie, New Zealand, and again, just looking for a simple Fibonacci over the overall trending downwards. And again, I'm looking for sort of key support resistance. Levels I like to use are the 23 and 38, sometimes the 50s you've just seen. As it stands, I'm not really seeing much. Just going to extend my Fibonacci a little bit more and see sort of what we're rolling with. Now again, all of this stuff you can actually learn for free. You'll see the live trading terminal comes with a free course as well, which I'll show you that shortly, and I'll show you how you can get to it and how you can use it. The main thing I'm really seeing on this one, looking at the Fibonacci retracements, is a nice little 38% retracement confluence with a daily pivot. So nice potential little trade there. Now, that one has triggered, or would have triggered already. We're about 3 pips off that entry point. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm just going to set a pending order up for this one. So sell limit around that 38% retracement level. Let's move on. So Aussie CAD next. Again, really nice clear trend for the day, as we can see. So drawing a Fibonacci down, looking for nice confluenced areas. 38% retracement straight away. Looks like a pretty sweet level. So I'm going to place an order there. And then having a look at the US CAD, which you can see I am already in that from a previous session. But let's just load up my template and see if there's any fresh setups for anybody who's just coming onto the session today. So drawing a Fibonacci over the trend, 38% retracement looks good to me. You've got, it's pretty close to the central pivot. The 50's also got a perfect confluence as well. So, entry point around a 38% retracement would be a pretty sweet place to sell the currency. So, got a few setups there. So, we've got a New Zealand US trade. We've got setups on the Aussie, New Zealand, Aussie CAD, and dollar CAD. So have a look at those levels. It won't always work, but because we're trading based on what the economy is doing as opposed to what we think looks good on the chart, we're investing. The problem is if you trade technically alone, no matter how successful you are, you're gambling or putting reliance on other traders. So, if you go, long based purely on a really nice pattern and there's nothing else going on from an economic viewpoint, the only thing that can make your trade profitable is, one, if economic news comes out following you taking the trade and just happens to work in your favour, or two, the strength of the conviction of other traders working together at those levels, which will eventually help carry the trade for you. So for me, I'd rather not put reliance on other traders, and I'd rather not, have to sit and hope economic news is going to come out and help my trade. So it's all about investing based on what the economy is doing. And yeah, for anybody new to that, or for anybody who that's a new concept for, easiest way to do that, if you use our live trading terminal, simply log in, piece together bullish versus bearish, and then that's it. That's what gives you your pairs. If there's no bullish versus bearish, you simply have a day off, which isn't always a bad thing, is it? Other things you can use, there is a daily analysis video each day as well, which will show you how I've come to the conclusions and what's helped me to update that sentiment. And of course, any trading levels I'm looking at, they're going to be here as well, so you can see what levels I'm looking to trade on what currencies. Okay, it's all done on live accounts, so you won't see demo accounts flying around. Anything that we show you is a trade we're taking on our own account, so that's also very important. So it gives you a realistic view of the markets. The other thing you can use as well, so we've got the Trading Academy. So great thing about that is you can just go through and actually learn to come to the same analysis I do yourself. It's put across in a really easy way to understand, and there's a couple of good little trading techniques there, including my own day trading methodology. So really good stuff there. Like I say, you can get it for free. So everybody's really excited about two things. First thing is a brand new brokerage partnership that I've been working on this year. It's due to be revealed very, very soon. But the second thing is the BNFX new scalping course. It's really, really cool. And anybody who pre-orders this can have free access to the live trading terminal and academy course completely free of charge. So if you pre-order the scalping course, you get the free access to the day trading course and the live terminal for at least 3 months completely free of charge. So, as well as being first in line for the new course when it comes out, you get something you can use and make money from straight away. So, if you play your cards right, you can make your money back, before the actual new course even reaches you. Now, to show this actually in action, so you'll see a video on the main page for the Scalping Masterminds program, and you'll see how I make around $600 on a real account in about 9 minutes, just via scalping. So it just shows how you can actually make your money back on this kind of course within one trade. So it's really cool stuff. Do have a look at it. Another thing as well, if you scroll down on the page, there's actually an interview that took place last month, and it really goes through why scalping's different to other trades, but also actually shows what kind of changes you have to make to be able to scalp successfully. So it's stuff you can use straight away. And again, there's no charge for those videos. You don't have to sign up to anything to see them. They're there for you to have a look at. And as I said, if you do want to pre-order that course, you can save around 70% anyway, but you also get completely free access to that trading terminal. So it should make looking at the markets from a new way completely easy to get into for you guys. And the great thing is with the terminal that it also links you into a live trading room. So it's based on Telegram, and there's a good bunch of people there. It's almost like a little trading community. So we all trade together, we trade live, and we have a bit of a laugh as well. So it's a really cool little group. So do feel free to check us out. So just to confirm then, daily analysis, just to go back on what we've said. So we've got a few setups. They're all going to be posted now, and the video, I post those onto YouTube under hidden links so that the members can kind of get to those as soon as they're live. So have a good day, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's given you a new way to look at things, and hopefully I'll see you in the live trading room.